Invisible Man. This movie was very, very Lifetime. If you've ever watched a Lifetime movie and you've also seen this movie, you can probably guess what I'm talking about. My mom loves Lifetime, my sister loves Lifetime, so I know what Lifetime is. I've seen a lot of different Lifetime movies, and The Invisible Man is a very Lifetime kind of movie. First, let's get into the things I liked about it though before I torture it. The movie starts out having you on the edge of your seat when having Cecilia sneak out of her house, escaping her abusive relationship with her husband Adrian. Those first few minutes had me very anxious and on the edge of my seat, and it was very exciting seeing her sneak through the house, knocking stuff over, having her dog bump the car, making the alarm go off. You just want her to run. It was very exciting, and it really had you focused on the movie, focused on the character, and like I said, it was just exciting. That's how you start out an opening. I also like the husband Adrian. The way his wife explains him, he's an evil, conniving genius. And by the end of the film, you never really know if he was the Invisible Man or not. She really could have killed somebody who was innocent. Well, innocent of being the Invisible Man. I mean, not totally innocent. Obviously, the guy was an abusive control freak. But I really like that aspect of the film. You're not 100% sure it was him. She's not 100% sure. She thinks she is, but I like that a lot. The movie kind of threw you a curveball by giving you the brother as the Invisible Man. It really could have been him, or it could have been Adrian, or it could have been both. You never really know. Those aspects of the film were really good. But, like I said, the movie is very, very Lifetimey. It's got what I like to call that Chucky Andy syndrome. The movie takes a killer, and the killer is causing mayhem, and it's just making life miserable for the main protagonist or the main target that he's after. The main protagonist knows what's going on. He or she knows who the killer is, but everybody else thinks they're crazy because the killer who's doing these things couldn't have done it. It doesn't make any sense. It's unrealistic for them to do it. So they put the main protagonist or the main target in an asylum. Everybody treats them like they're crazy when they're really telling the truth. And by the time everybody figures out that the killer is who the main protagonist says they were, it's too late. Sound familiar?
Nobody believes you about Chucky unless you start telling the truth. Right now, they're going to take you away from me.
You hear that, Chucky? They're taking me away unless you say something. Please, say something. Come on, Chucky, say something. Tell me why you lied to me about everything. Come on, Chucky, say something. Tell me. Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi-ho. Ha ha ha. Mommy, he's doing it on purpose. He told me never to tell about him or he'd kill me.
I found something that can prove what I'm experiencing.
You need help.
Adrian is dead. I went to his house today. He's not dead.
I have a pile of ashes in the box that would disagree with you.
That's how the Invisible Man was, pretty much, with Cecilia and Adrian. As far as horror movies go, I'll admit, in the beginning it was very scary, and you get very anxious watching it. He's invisible. Every human being can relate to this kind of fear, the fear of the unknown. In this movie, you have no idea where this guy is. Every time Cecilia walked around in the dark or was in the hallway walking by herself in fear, I was telling myself, prepare for a jump scare, prepare for a jump scare, prepare for a jump scare. But it didn't happen. The movie also did a good job of that. The times that you thought something was going to happen, it didn't. And the times that you weren't expecting it, you didn't think anything was going to happen, it did. So I really like that aspect too. The movie wasn't a horrible film, but it had a lot of I don't want to say irregularities. Let me give you an example. I don't like how the Invisible Man is everywhere Cecilia runs to. He kills her sister in a restaurant, but how did he know Cecilia was there? He didn't get in a car with her when she took the Uber driver there. What did he do? Put a tracking device on her? Tap her phone? How could he possibly know that her and her sister would be there? Or how did he know that she went back to their old house? Same thing. He wasn't in the car with her when she went there. What did he do? Follow her? How? She's in a freaking van. What do you do? Run after the van? It doesn't make sense how everywhere she was, he was. No matter where she went in the movie, he was there. That does not make any sense. There is no possible way that he would be following her to that extent. When she went over their old house, he was there. When she went to a restaurant to meet her sister, he was there. When she got arrested and taken to the mental institution, he was there. How is he everywhere? Even when the Invisible Man gets into the house and he and Cecilia fights, she manages to get away, she runs out, and the Uber she took to the house was still outside waiting for her. She gets in the car, drives away, and meets her sister at the restaurant. We already know that the Invisible Man is a killer. As a killer, why would you let your target escape? If this was Michael Myers, if this was Halloween, let's say Cecilia, or Jason Voorhees, let's say Cecilia was fighting with Michael at her house and she managed to get away. You can bet your last dollar that when she got outside to the Uber to get ready to go, that Uber driver would have been dead. My question is, why didn't her killer husband or killer brother-in-law, whoever it was, kill the Uber driver? We already know that he got to the house after she did. When he got to the house, he saw the Uber sitting out there, I assume, right? Why wouldn't he kill the Uber driver and then go in and then fight with her? So by the time she managed to get out, and go outside to the Uber driver, could have that little montage where she sees him and she's screaming and we see him dead in the car, maybe with his throat slit open or something like that, something on that order.
Right.
Honestly, I'd give this movie a 5 out of 10. If I knew what was gonna happen in this movie before I went to go see it, if I knew what I was going in for, I wouldn't have paid for it. It wasn't money worthy. But I would watch it on TV. Like I said, if it came on Lifetime and I'm flipping through channels, this would be a movie I'd watch. It just sucks though, because horror movies, for me, have not been living up to expectations. They always get me with the trailer. Every time I see the trailer, it always looks really good. Then I go see the movie and I always leave the theater like, or just disappointed altogether. It happened with this movie. It happened with Brightburn. It happened with Us. And let's be honest, it'll probably happen with Candyman too. I really hope A Quiet Place Part 2 is good. Part 1 was really fantastic, an original story. And when I saw the trailers for Part 2, I was like, I gotta go see this, But then again, I thought the same thing with The Invisible Man. So I hope A Quiet Place Part 2 can keep that same level of expectation as Part 1 had. But yeah, like I said, 5 out of 10, good qualities, but it had a lot of bad qualities too, and it kind of made it equal. I really like the ending of it. I'll say that. I really like the ending of it because it threw us an entirely different curveball, especially with Cecilia killing Adrian too. Did not expect that. Did not expect that. So the movie had a good way of throwing you curveballs, but at the same time, the whole idea of somebody running around in an invisibility costume, terrorizing people, that whole Chucky Andy syndrome, that whole thing kind of gets old. And by the end of the movie, you just want her to kill the SOB. But what do you guys think? Did you like it? Hate it? Do you agree with me? Did you ever think about that? How he was everywhere she was? And what do you got to say? Anything you want to say? Questions, comments, concern, leave them all down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon when you do. And yeah, just let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Oh, one more thing. Wash y'all hands, okay? Because they cancel a lot of stuff. I can't even go to IHOP, okay? Martin CHATZ Studios has been closed down for right now. That's why I'm in here. This isn't my studio. My studio's been shut down because of this stupid virus. You know, high school's out early. Everything is closed. The world's living in isolation. Wash your hands, okay? Because this is annoying, honestly. This whole coronavirus thing. This Resident Evil type C virus contamination type I Am Legend thing is annoying. Can't go to the grocery store. They don't have any groceries. Can't go out to eat. They're closed. Okay? So just keep that in mind too. Wash your hands. I'm serious.